welcome back to Atlanta. Now it should be welcome to Windsor, but whatever. This is comedy act number 15, welcome back to Atlanta. Because I did, like, tons of these comedy acts on Facebook. And now here's one in audio. Fuck it. Okay. Coming soon. Video. Video is cool. These comedy acts are occasionally fuckity-doo-dah. These comedy acts are occasionally funny somewhat. Video plus comedy acts equals maybe funnier. It's fun to not talk grammar sometimes. Look for Jordan Dooling's comedy acts, coming eventually to video. Go to the Facebook Theater. Yay! Hello guys! Yay! Woo! Hey, it's been a while, huh? Much too long since I've been up on this imaginary stage. So, I recently heard that the way I cross my legs is weird. Really? That's the best insult kids can come up with? Hey Jordan, the way you cross your legs is really silly. Hey everyone, Jordan crosses his legs like a girl. Neener, neener, nee. Yeah, I picture people saying it with a bit of a playground insult type tone. Neener, neener, nee and such. Just picture seeing a high school kid seriously saying that to someone with a straight face. Now, one thing I'm not a fan of is the word whatever. No, I mean I ain't a fan of it on Facebook. Wait, that's right. Facebook no longer has fans. Just people who like it. Now, let's calm down, even though you're not saying anything. Because I didn't feel like going boo. Ah, fuck it. Boo! Now, let's calm down. It's better than a freaking dislike button. I'll never understand you kids. Who in their right mind actually wants a dislike button? If any of you have ever been on, for instance, YouTube, left a perfectly reasonable comment on a video, and had like 7 people give your comment a thumbs down, it hurts your feelings, right? No, it hurts mine. I dislike the concept of a dislike button. Anyway, back to the subject of the new like button. I don't like it. Then again, I've yet to meet someone who does. I mean, what's wrong with being a fan of things? I like being a fan of things like pancakes. I'm a fan of pancakes. I don't like pancakes. I am a fan of them. You'll understand when you're older. However, I say we should make a compromise with old what's-his-name up in Facebook HQ. I say we should have fan pages and pages we can like. That'd make more sense, right? That way, I can be a fan of female supremacy and like it in the butt, while still being a member of the group against Yemen. We at Gay don't see what Yemen ever does for us. I'm kidding about the last one, you know. Yemen's a great country. Now, on to more complaints about Facebook. I say these notes shouldn't have limits to how big they can be. I do a lot of writing, you know, and I've actually made scripts that are bigger than one note can handle. Actually, I've got at least 3 scripts that need around 3 or 4, maybe even 5 or 6 notes to properly fit. That's what she said. Yeah, so these notes should be bigger. Anyway, I hear she comes in a pale horse, but I'm sure I hear a train. Let me tell you an anecdote about my life in 7th grade. There's a number of you out there who've already heard this one, who are even present during this. Yeah, I speak stupid. Who are even present during this, but whatever. There's this old lady at Sandy Springs Middle School called Miss Payne. I know. She sucks. She's bloomin' mental. She'd always give everyone a hard time, too. So I took it as my responsibility to return the favor. One day, our class was being rather rambunctious and whatnot, talking and giggling like middle schoolers tend to do. Miss Payne then says to us, "Y'all better not make me mad, or I'll turn into a mean old witch." So as the class got quiet, I said to her, "Turn into?" What's with all the groaning? She was a really mean teacher. I mean, really mean. She was always getting people into trouble for absolutely nothing, and always making a big deal out of everything, and everything else kids hate from teachers. And yeah, I got into a lot of trouble for what I said. I didn't even realize how rude it was at the time, but she took me outside the classroom and talked to me about what I said. It was then that I realized, oh gross, she has a mustache. Oh ew, she smells like fish. Commercial. Hey kids, do you like Avatar? No, I don't mean the show. I mean that one movie. You know, the forgettable one that came out a little while ago. You do like it. What the heck is wrong with you? I digress. If you liked Avatar, you're gonna love this new movie that's coming out awfully soon. It's called Homosexuality, From Wankers to Bookers. I bet you'd adore it. I have nothing against gay people, I just wanted to make that joke. back to the show. Ow, my arm, hand, part. I slammed it against the laptop. Another teacher there was always giving kids a hard time was his 8th grade teacher named Miss Richardson. Yeah, I hated her too, but I mean, she wasn't as bad as Miss Payne, but she was pretty damn knackers. She was fat. Oh no, she wasn't fat, she was big boned. Bullshit. Go to a museum, look at a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That was big boned. Rent Godzilla. He was big boned. He was big boned. Miss Richardson was fat. Yeah, I've gotten into trouble for that joke. Miss Richardson was a proud black woman. Now, there's not anything wrong with that. At least, not to me. But the thing is, she was a little too proud. One of the projects she gave us was to research a famous black person and give a presentation about him or her. The next project was to research a famous black poet or a band consisting entirely of black people, and to analyze the lyrics/stanzas of one of their songs/poems. She'd always tell us about Tupac and whatnot, and sure, I love Tupac as much as the next cracker, but I'm not in love with him, you know? Now, as to what she did that was so wrong, I'm drawing a blank. I kind of forgot. Ask somebody else. Next on my list is Mr. Melock. Mr. Melock was a vice principal at SSMS. He was kind of overweight, was losing his hair, and, well, he was pretty alright. I don't know if anyone hated him. I kind of liked him. Not in a gay way. Fuck. He was a cool dude. But the dude was obsessed with me. Let me say that again, in a better delivery. But the dude was obsessed with me. Morning, Mr. Doolin. Mr. Doolin, how's class going for you? Mr. Doolin, I see you brought a lunch from home. That a Go-Gurt? And a sandwich. And a Capri Sun. Ooh, Swiss cake rolls. Good to know you're having a balanced meal. And whenever I was with my buddies at the boys' table, he'd always tell them, you kids should take an example from Mr. Doolin. Follow what he does. And the like. It's funny. It is actually pretty funny. Because I was a pretty bad kid. Personally, I was always expecting him to come up to me one of these days and say something like, "Sup, Mr. Doolin?" I'd then reply with, not much. Sup. Then, as my imagination continued, he'd do one of two things. He'd either A, reach down into my pants and fill me up, or B, you got any whiz? Let me say that again. I keep saying these things incorrectly. You got any whiz? Yeah, I don't know. He just seemed like the kind of guy who'd bug you for cocaine. Then we'd sit in the ground, smoke filling the room. We'd probably listen to some Led Zeppelin. That'd be his request, not mine. Or Rush, or Genesis, or Dream Theater or something. Maybe even Freebird. Oh, and then one day, he came onto our bus for whatever reason, and asked for everyone's name. Then it got to be my buddy Johnny's turn, and Mr. Melock said, I know you, you're Johnny, and I spoke up, saying, Johnny Rocket Fingers. I think he believed me, too. In case you didn't know, Johnny Rocket Fingers is a flash game online, in which he plays the eponymous title character, and do horrors, smoke, shoot gangsters, and save people just so he can get head. Hilarious game, I know. Back to the topic. My good friend Joshua Stallworth took me back to SSMS in, August of 2009, I think, for this little event of sorts. There we saw Mr. Melock with a full head of hair. We also got free pizza, so that was awesome. Yep. What's next on my list of topics about which to talk? Piece of paper. Yep, done the Johnny Rocket Fingers bit. Okay, so earlier I mentioned Dream Theater. Let's talk about them. Like I do every day. I've noticed a lot of their songs, or at least most of the songs that I own and have heard, are about real things, such as mental disorders, OCDC. Oh my god. OCDC. I don't know why the heck that's so funny, but OCDC live at Donington Park. Okay. Such as mental disorders, OCD, are about real things such as mental disorders, OCD, panic attacks, and stem cell research. As awesome as that is, it just doesn't fit their name. They're called Dream Theater. Where are all the dreamlike stories? Candy Cane Towers, Gumdrop Warriors, Candy Cane Towers, Gumdrop Warriors, and Uniporn. For example, I'll bring up the band that I always bring up every day, Genesis. Just the plot of Lamb Lies Down on Broadway alone is enough to prove my point, but I always bring that up. So, The Musical Box is about a kid murdering another kid, then that dead kid's ghost trying to molest the first kid. Isn't that dreamlike? Dream Theater should make some songs that are actually about dreamlike subjects. I could even use Rush to help me with this. The song 2112 is a sci-fi story involving a strictly fascist government controlling everything, then one guy finding an old device. Old device, as she said. This device is called a guitar, and as he touches it, it gives forth sound. The government destroys this, and the dude kills himself. Now that's dreamlike. Well, still, I am really, really, really bad at reading things out loud. 'Cause my delivery is just, maybe it's because I'm half asleep. Whatever. That's dreamlike, while still, now that's dreamlike, while still related to real-life problems. You'd think Dream Theater would do something like that. Joke time? Waiter, there's a fly in my soup. Don't say it too loudly, sir, or everyone will want one. What's the longest word in the English language? Smiles. There's a mile between the first and last letters. So a woman was in bed with her lover, and had just told him how stupid her Irish husband was, when the door was thrown open, and there stood her husband. He glared at her lover, and bellowed, "What are you doing?" "There," said the wife, "didn't I tell you he was stupid?" A man was injected with deadly poison, but it didn't kill him. Why? He was already dead. Charles was getting annoyed, and shouted upstairs to his wife, "Hurry up, or we'll be late." "Oh, be quiet," replied his wife. "Haven't I been telling you for the last hour that I'll be ready in a minute?" Okay, thanks everybody. Good night. Yay. Yay. Yay.